So I suppose you can see my background. The topic of my today's video is a necessity, and this is the Chinese driver's license. To those of you who really care about the safety, I'm sorry, I don't wear a helmet today because I simply forgot because of my 2 kids and my wife, and I just tried to run away as soon as I could and I forgot my helmet. I usually wear a helmet, sorry for that. My Chinese driver's license is about to expire. The Chinese driver's license is valid for 6 years, the official one, the Chinese one. I'm not talking about the temporary one. And yeah, about that in a while. And currently about mine. Now I'm going to the traffic police bureau, station, whatever it is. And I'm gonna ask them a few questions if I actually can do the medical checkup at their place. And then immediately apply for, well, I think get registered first to get a reservation and then arrive. And in just a matter of 1 day, maybe just a few hours, I would just receive my updated for the next 6-year period Chinese driver's license. Now a few words about the Chinese driver's license application procedure. What is it like? Just like in my case, maybe yours would be the same. If you already have your own country Chinese driver's license, just your driver's license, you can simply, upon arrival here in China, apply for a temporary driver's license. And this temporary Chinese driver's license will be valid, as far as I remember, for 3 months. 3 months. And basically, yeah, that's it. After this 3 months, so basically just go to the traffic police station and you apply for, like, you submit your request, and then you're going to watch a video about how to drive a car or whatever the transportation is here in China. You're going to watch a film for like around like 2 hours, I think. You finish watching, and then you're good to go. Like 100 yuan or something, $12 US, and that's it. You're good for the 3 months. You can rent a car with this driver's license. You can rent a motorcycle if you are able to. And in case, if you want to get a permanent driver's license, permanent Chinese driver's license, that's a 6-year valid document, just like mine, just like anybody else's. The procedure is as follows. First off, you already have your driver's license. So you have to do the translation of your document from your language to Chinese language. You have to get it notarized and bring these documents to the traffic police station. Then the procedure basically begins. They're going to send you to do the medical checkup. 我们可以走. Right, you do the medical checkup, and they're gonna check just, you know, basic stuff like your eyes, your vision, and you know, typical thing, you know that. You're going to start preparation for the exam because you will need to pass the theoretical exam. You won't need to do any practical, show any practical skills. There will be no such exams at all, but there will be theory. And the theory is not that different, for example, just like the one we have in Russia. I was honestly preparing for approximately 2, maybe 2.5 weeks, everyday learning. And you will be offered with languages. If you know, then no problem. You have exam in Chinese. Not an option, then English. Not an option, then there is a chance that it will be your language, such as, for example, French or Russian or any other language. No, I shouldn't say any other, because the choice is limited. Only some big popular languages. Right, but in my case, for example, I didn't pass the exam in Russian language, nor in Chinese language, because I chose, look, I could technically do this in Chinese, but I said, like, look, my Chinese back then probably wasn't that perfect, and Russian, I've seen the Russian version, and there were too many mistakes, so English was this median. It was a perfect choice for me, and I passed the exam. It was, I think it was like 100 questions, and out of these 100 questions, I got I think I got 97 right, just a few mistakes, like 3 or something. Yeah, but as far as I remember, again, I think we are allowed to make 6 mistakes, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly. Then yeah, something like that. But anyway, you got my point, right? So you have your own driver's license, you do the medical checkup, you prepare for 2-3 weeks. They will ask you, like, if you're ready, you can do that tomorrow or in the like a near future, in the nearest available time slot. With my driver's license, I had one nuance because there was a mistake. The thing is that I got my driver's license translated into Mandarin Chinese, then it was notarized and basically, yeah, ready to use in the police station. But the thing is that when I have seen when the lady said, please check your document. If everything is correct, sign here and there, you're going to get your Chinese driver's license. But the problem was that they were lacking one category. For me, it was category A. A stands for motorcycles in Russia. B, cars, light vehicles, should I say. And we have C in Russia, which is starts for transportation. The cars, the vehicles that exceed 3.5 tons. In China, by the way, it's the type of your vehicle is not limited in weight. It's limited in length. Because in Chinese, the next category starts from 6 meters. If your car is 6 meters long, then it's considered to be a commercial transportation or whatever. And in my case, basically, they forgot to mention motorcycle category A. And I said, like, oh, hang on, where is my motorcycle category? Because in Russian driver's license, I have motorcycle and car. And they were like, oh, sorry, but look, you are not going to ride a motorcycle here in Shenzhen anyway. I said, yes, but what if I will ride a motorcycle not in Shenzhen? Because in Shenzhen, motorcycles are banned, not allowed. And here's the thing. Basically, they said, look, but in this case, I have to reapply, and you're gonna wait for a few more days. And just because we were so excited to get our first car from the salon, you know, from the shop, that was an incredible day, and we couldn't wait anymore. And I said, okay, there's a really a small chance that I will ride a motorcycle, even though I regret this decision now, because actually I think like it would be quite cool to get a motorcycle and have from time to time, because they're not very expensive, right? You can afford some even a new or second-hand, pretty good condition motorcycle. And I thought like it could be lovely, but I canceled this chance because I was just too impatient back then. So, which is why now I said, okay, just give me the driver's license. I'm gonna get my car. So that's what happened. Terrible. I forgot my helmet today, and this is not good. Safety first, guys. I fell over my steering wheel, my handlebar once. It was not okay, and I hit something with my head. I think it was a fence, metal one, and I just felt dizzy a little bit, and I had no bruises on my head at all, but I definitely hit the fence, the one that I fell over. Yeah. The thing is that we will go back to China in 3 months. We're going to leave like in 2 weeks, and my driver's license is valid until November the 2nd. And I'm kind of okay, right? Like I can just reapply for an extension when we come back here. But the thing is that we have a plan, and the plan is to get an RV. So we want to get an RV and start our journey through China. And I think it's going to be absolutely incredible journey. You guys are going to like it. We're going to love it. And yeah, I think it's going to be really cool. So I just want to get this extension beforehand, and we're going to see. Now I'm going to ask you a few questions. These traffic police officers. If they say okay, then I will do the extension now, not upon arrival. Because upon arrival, we will need to rent a new apartment and get registered. But now we have an apartment and we have a registration. So it's just logical to do everything now. Somebody crashed. 7 more kilometers in 31 minutes. A few words about gasoline. Petrol. If you're not American, then you're not okay with the word gasoline, right? Something gaseous, right? Why Americans say gasoline? Gas. How come is that gas, right? Anyway, guys, in Russia, the situation is not quite attractive these days, and I believe you guys understand very well what and why. But they call it a deficit. There is the lacking of gasoline, fuel these days. Just because some of this reprocessing, what are they called? Like this fuel plants, like fuel factories, they were attacked by the drones, and there are certain issues with fuel, because first off, public usually goes nuts, and when everybody gets crazy, of course they rush to create this deficit, even though there's no such thing. But anyway, because of that, price goes up, and the pricing now stands in the range between $1 and like $1, maybe like $1.2, 20 cents, something like two, maybe $1.3, something like that. And I understand, like, first off, in European, American countries, both Americas, I'm talking about North and South America, everywhere the price is much higher, I believe, right? You can refer to your location and say a few words in the comment section below how much you guys pay for fuel. Because here in China, well, I believe your price would be something like 1.2 to 1.8 USD for 1 liter. Here in China, the price is about, I think about like what? About the same, 1.1, 1.2 US dollars for 92nd, for 95, and 95th. Yes, there's no 98th. And diesel here is 7 yuan, which is like $1, approximately $1, maybe slightly more than $1. Yeah. So, and again, like the prices here, they are strictly dependent on oil price, the world price for oil. In Russia, there's no correlation. There's absolutely no connection with the oil price. The price just constantly goes up, even though, as far as I know, 60% of the oil price in Russia, 65, something like 65%, it's the government's commission. So yeah, of course, those politicians must feed themselves, right? And so the taxes, I'm just saying, the tax is absolutely enormous, absolutely irrational, because everybody associates Russia with a gas station, right? And there's a lot of fuel in Russia, oil, Russian oil, not the best quality, but good enough. And we're supposed to have very cheap fuel in Russia, but we don't. So, but it's still, I feel like it's still cheaper than in Europe or in USA, right, etc. But again, salary or income-wise, right? That's also another moment that we should compare to, because how much you can make in Russia, an average Russian average. Again, I'm saying like average. Let's call an average like a policeman. An average policeman in Russia gets around $1,000 his salary a month. So you can compare. A typical sales lady in a supermarket, she's gonna get, I think, around like $800 to, yeah, 800 to 900. No, wait a second. No. No, yes, actually, yes. 800 to 900 USD. That's how much that they make.
昨天晚上我无法去睡觉，天上的星星的好多的太漂亮吧，我在这里出生的，不打算离开这个地方，世界上没有更好的。
Okay, so the police, the traffic police, well actually just the police officer, traffic police officer just pulled me over. No, he didn't pull me over. He pulled his motorcycle over to tell me that I cannot stay here and I should keep going. Even though I was in a safe area trying to mount this camera on my selfie stick. Anyway, the thing is that, so my driver's license story, I cannot update my driver's license right now. The official answer is I can only do this in 90-day period prior to my driver's license expiration. So it means that my driver's license is going to expire on November 2nd. And it means that only starting from August 2nd, I can apply for an extension. Not now. Now it's not even July. It's almost July. Actually, it's what? It's 26th today of June. So yeah, anyway, looks like we're going to get our driver's license. They said not a big deal. The medical check, the body check, health check, you're going to do right here in the room next door. Right. And that's it. You just need your passport, your license, your visa, and registration, residential registration, like where you have registered your apartment. And the thing is that I'm not going to have this registration upon arrival. We will need to look for a new apartment because this apartment, in the current apartment, we're not going to stay. So that's a little bit of a trouble, but I have figured probably on July 7th, when I will get our passports back from the Immigration Bureau, I think I'm gonna go to immediately apply for residence, my basically registration form extension for 1 more year. And I think I'm gonna simply use it for my driver's license. So it's not a big deal. The procedure in China is quite simple, quick, and people are quite friendly and willing to help. But not always, but mostly yes. Mostly yes. Right now, I'm going to look at some RVs. The Chinese brand called Kailaway and Kiwi, I think it's called in English. And if you want, you can quickly take a look. If they're open, I think they are. They're always open. And later on, there will be a journey that we will start together with our family. And I think it's gonna be really awesome. Awesome journey. Man, you cannot turn here. Where are you going? He wants to. Okay, okay, he figured this out. It's just a flyover. Now, the slope begins. Wow. Just a big parking space. Okay, so I suppose you can see my background. That's the one that I told about to you guys. So if you guys are interested, let me know in the comment section below. If you want to see those RVs, you want to know a little bit more about this market here in China. And yeah, this is our plan and our intention to buy an RV later. And well, you guys want to see our journey through China? Welcome, stay here with us. See you, and don't forget to subscribe and give me a like, all right? In that case, I will understand that you guys are interested. See ya.